reaction videos over on my channel for the Liberty lineup. But now we're back for some live basketball action here. Over here watching the Dallas Wings and the Las Vegas Aces game that's on Prime as well. We were watching that in the Discord. Incredible game by the Dallas Wings to come back, and they have a 12-point lead with about 2 minutes to go in that one. But the game we're focused on tonight is the Indiana Fever versus the Golden State Valkyries, both teams with a 4-2 record. Let's get into the starting lineups here. Starting lineups for the Fever, the visiting team: Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull, Monique Billings, and Aaliyah Boston. For the Golden State Valkyries, you have Veronica Burton, Kyla Charles, Gabby Williams, Kayla Thorne, and Kia Stokes. So those are the starting lineups. In terms of the Valkyries, you have Yuste. I just watched the video of how she pronounced it. It was like Yuste Yosit. It's not Yosit. It's not Yosita. It's like Yotita or something like that. So I gotta watch that video again. But gotta watch that again. Hunter, what's going on? Salute. You have a question. Who this? Yo, you talking crazy? You might have to take a ban. Take a ban. Get out of here. Yes, Hunter. What is your question? Salute to everyone joining the live. I think they're waiting for this game to finish. We'll see. It's supposed to start at 10 p.m. Eastern, but this Aces and Wings game is running a little. Will I scream at the top of my lungs? I guess. I don't know. Scream at the top of my lungs. Why would I scream at the top of my lungs? But Nicola, what's going on? Salute. Colin, I just watched the video how she pronounced it. It wasn't Joe C. Tay. It wasn't that. I'm gonna find the video so we could watch it. I found it on socials. Let me see if I can find it while we wait. But it's 86-93. With a minute left in this Aces game. Let me see if I could find that video. I was just watching it on what you call it on Twitter. Nicola, I'm not playing the game. This is the Valkyries and the Fever game, WNBA, my friend. Let's see if I can find that video on socials. I should have bookmarked it. It was by a podcast called like Bay Area Sports or something like that. Gotta see if I could find it. But once I find it, I'll let y'all know. But it's definitely not like Yosita. I've been pronouncing it wrong the whole time as well. This game is still going long. It's 86-93 with 42 seconds to go. They just challenged the call. Let me see if they're gonna start the game on another channel. Where is it? Let me pull it up on something else. Salute to everyone joining the live stream. Appreciate you guys tuning in. It's been a while, I know. But we'll try to get back in the rhythm. I'll be away next week as well. I'm gonna try and stream from the road. So make sure y'all are tapped in for that as well. And I have it pulled up on my other device here. It looks like they're doing like a countdown now. I don't think they can wait long enough for this game to be over. Yeah, Jessica Shepard having a hell of a game for the Dallas Wings. She has a triple-double. I think she has like 24 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, something crazy like that. What's up, Freedom Fighters America on the TikTok? Spurs 70, OKC 62. Yeah, I have that on my iPad over here. I'm keeping an eye on that score as well. Thanks for the info. Salute to the TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Sorry for the Twitch gang on the last stream. Twitch ended up like randomly like blocking my account or like suspending my account for some reason. I sent the appeal in and they said, "Oh, sorry, we made a mistake." And then they gave me my account back. So I'm sorry it cut off like 10 seconds into the stream. But when I got off stream, I had an email from Twitch saying they suspended my account indefinitely. So I had to appeal, but I think we're back in good standings now. I was like, I didn't even do anything. Like 10 seconds into the stream, they got me out of here. I was confused, but they said they made a mistake. So we are good. Both of these teams, I feel like they have. I think the last time the Valkyries played, they played what did they play? Who they played? They played Connecticut on May 25th. Salute for the Jewels, Sierra. Salute, salute. The Valkyries came off a win against the Connecticut Sun 97-70 on May 25th. The Fever's last game, they beat the Valkyries on May 22nd. They beat them 90-82. So they haven't played in 6 days, the Fever. And their last win was against the Valks. So Valkyries looking for some revenge here in San Francisco. So we shall see who comes out on top. Freedom Friday, yeah, Spurs in 7. I think OKC in 7, man. I can't see the Spurs winning back in OKC. Scores 93-87 in this Dallas Wings Las Vegas Aces game. 93-87 with the Wings going to the line for 2 free throws. Let me know in the comments who you think will win this game, though. The game we're about to do between the Fever and the Valkyries. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Fill out the poll on YouTube. Let me know your thoughts. Let me see what how the Wings came back in this game. I walked away from the computer, came back. They outscored them 27-19 in the third, and now 23-15 in the fourth. That'll do it. That will do it. So 20 seconds left in this game. 95-87. Becky Hammond's still trying to make something shake here, but I think it's a little too late. I'll have the score of the NBA game, the NBA game 6 between the Thunder and the Spurs. If you're on YouTube, I have it here on the screen so you guys can keep up with the score. For those on TikTok, I'll just keep you updated verbally with the score. Freedom says from Indiana, don't like the Pacers but like the Fever. I mean, yeah, I understand it. It looks like the Wings are gonna win this game. They're letting the clock run out. Final score 95-87. Dallas beats Las Vegas in a thriller there down at Arlington. All right, now we can get into the Valkyries and Fever game. Looks like they're doing starting lineups right now. Starting lineup introductions. So let me switch this over onto my main screen here so I can actually hear the game. Dang. Close. All right, watch main broadcast. All right, we good money now. Right, starting lineups are on your screens. Caitlin Clark is playing. There was a report, a video that came out from Stephanie White earlier today. They asked her about Caitlin Clark and her back injury. She basically was like, in order to be in compliance with the league's policy of declaring players active or hurt or probable, she said Caitlin will probably be declared probable the rest of the season as they're trying to nurse her back injury. Messiah, what's going on? Salute. This game about to kick off here. Let me know your thoughts. Who you think will win this game between the Fever and the Valkyries? Fever lead the season series 1-0. This is the second of 3 games they'll be playing this season. Game is live on Prime Video if you want to watch it. but I'm going to give y'all the play-by-play, all the info here. For everybody joining the channel for the first time, I do not show the live game here. That's the quickest way to get your account banned. I'll just be giving you play-by-play and stats. So salute to everyone for tapping in. Right, all players over here giving each other handshakes at the center court circle. Besides, do you like men? You look like you like men. Take a ban for that, bro. Get out of here. And the ball's up in play with the Valkyries. Golden State with possession here. Ball over to Veronica. Gets it over to Gabby Williams. Guarded by Caitlin Clark. Gabby Williams pulls up for three, and it's off. Rebound to the Fever. Caitlin Clark with possession here. Caitlin dribbles left. Goes over to Mo Billings. Mo Billings drives right. Attacks Kia Stokes. Goes up and lays it in. Gets the first point of the game. Mo Billings with the layup. And it's 2-0. Ball with Veronica Burton. Burton attacks Kelsey Mitchell. Nowhere to go. Gets it out to Gabby. Gabby comes off a curl down the lane. Throws up the layup off balance. No foul call. Fight for the rebound. Boston grabs it over to Clark. Clark dribbles left. Goes cross court over to Kelsey Mitchell. Wide open for the right corner three. Can't get it. Kyla Charles with the rebound. Over to VB. VB on the attack. Gets downhill. Draws the foul on Lexi Hull. And the Valkyries will go to the line for the first free throws of the game. So Veronica Burton at the line for 2 free throws. First one is up, knocks it down. Second free throw is up and knocks it down as well. Score is 2-2. 2-2 is the score. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Guarded by Veronica Burton. Right side of the court. Down to Boston in the post. Boston dribbles out. Hands it off to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell downhill. Goes up. Throws over with the left on the right-hand side. It's off. Rebound to the Valks. Veronica Burton with the ball. Pushing in transition. Goes downhill. Gets fouled off glass and one. Veronica Burton going to the line for the 3-point play. Burton gets downhill, draws the foul. I don't know if the foul's on Clark or on Hull for the reach-in. I think it's on Hull, on Clark, excuse me. And Veronica Burton gets out a yell there as she converts. Now she hits the free throw. It's 5-2. Thunderhawk, salute. What's going on, bro? Salute. Caitlin Clark with the ball being hounded here by Burton, but she spins away, goes down the lane, gets the ball stripped away. It stays with the Fever. They'll inbound under the basket here. So Caitlin Clark will inbound under the basket. I don't know. The referee's just holding the ball. Looks like a little confusion here. All right, now Caitlin Clark to inbound. Finds a Hull coming down the lane. Kia Stokes comes over and gets the block. Valkyries on the run here. Burton goes behind the back over to Thornton. Thornton fakes the pass, shoots the three off the rim. Rebound to Hull. Hull crosses half court, gets it over to Caitlin. Caitlin, deep three, and it's off. And they call a foul here on Kyla Charles. And she's asking for an upgrade. There was no landing space. She moved her foot back. Caitlin leaned in with the body. That's not an. I don't think that's a upgrade at all. It was not landing space at all. They don't review it. She'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Knocks down the first. Second free throw is up and good for Caitlin. Yeah, Sierra, that's when you said 22. I was like, hmm? And Caitlin knocks down all 3 free throws. Score is tied at 5. Burton with the ball, crosses half court. Burton looks to get downhill. Gets cut off, now guarded by Mo Billings. She throws it up to Kia Stokes. Bad pass, but Kyla Charles picks it up. Throws up the hook shot and scores from 5 feet out. I have Kyla Charles on my fantasy team tonight, so I need her to do work. Caitlin comes off the screen, goes corner to Hall. Hall, right corner 3, and it's off the back rim. Kayla Thornton with the rebound for the Valkyries. Over to Burton. Burton pushing in transition. Burton crosses over on Hull, gets downhill, takes the bump, can't get it, gets her own rebound, throws it out to Gabby. Gabby left wing 3, can't get it. Kyla Charles offensive rebound and put back. And it's 9-5 Valkyries. Caitlin Clark blows by everybody and gets down the lane and scoops it in with the right hand. 9-7. They going back and forth here, y'all. Back and forth. As Kia Stokes gets the pass, goes reverse layup and scores. Offensive game here so far. Outlet to Boston. Boston attacks Stokes, spins, tries to body her up, goes cross court to Lexi. Lexi on the drive, gets it poked away, recovers it out to Clark, pump fakes for 3, spins middle, and she fakes the shot, tries to go up and under, gets blocked by Veronica Burton. And the Valkyries on the run here. 3-on-2. Kayla Thornton gets down the hill. Out to Burton. Over to Gabby. Gabby for 3. Off the back rim. Kyla Charles fights for the rebound. Tips it out. And it's Fever basketball. Audio not good? Or is it my... Do I sound good? Kyle, Sierra, I sound good? Let me know. Let me know if my audio is all right. Salute, Sigmund. Salute. It sounds good. All right, cool. Yeah, Sigmund, check computer. Lexi Hull for 3, and it's off the back rim. You might need to get Sophie Cunningham in. Lexi Hull can't buy a 3. Lexi Hull gets blocked. It's all confusion here. Caitlin over to Lexi again. Lexi drives, looking for Caitlin with 2 on the clock. Caitlin's going to have to throw it up. She throws it up and off the side of the rim and out of bounds. That Valkyries defense is swarming. Salute, Toothless. Thank you. Yeah, it's coming. The horizontal and vertical are coming from the same spot, so that's good. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. Yeah, this Valkyrie's defense, boy, it's a tough. Cecilia Zandalicini, I think she's been out with like a concussion or like a injury, some type of injury. She's back, and she's into the game for the Valkyries. They're wiping up something on the court fell. They're wiping that up right now. All right, so let's see what the lineups are now. So it's Zandalicini, Burton, Stokes, Charles, and Thornton. As Zandalicini goes down the lane, oh, she misses the right-hand scoop. Raven Johnson is in for the Fever. She has the ball. Raven Johnson dribbles into the paint, goes under the basket, comes out the other side, hands it off to Caitlin. Caitlin gets bumped, blocking foul there on Burton. Ball in play here. Caitlin over to Mo. Back to Caitlin. They're double teaming her. She escapes it over to Cunningham. Corner to Johnson. Johnson pull up 3, and they'll live with that all day long. Kayla Thornton with the rebound over to Burton. Pushing in transition, but slows it down. Left side of the court. Goes cross court over to Xander Lassini. Doesn't take the shot. Back to Burton. Burton for three, and she cashes out from three. So Veronica Burton off to a hot start in the scoring column. She's up to 8 points already. She's outscored the Fever by herself. Cunningham tries to respond. Can't do it. Mo Billings fighting for the rebound. Can't get it, but it goes to KK Timpson, and she puts it in. She gets on the board. Mo Billings playing against her former team. She was on the Valkyries last season. And now back in San Francisco. Ball over to Stokes. Stokes takes the 15-footer. Can't get it. Timpson with the rebound. Over to Clark. Clark goes behind the back. In and out dribble. Guarded by Kia Stokes on the perimeter. She steps back, tries to draw the three, doesn't take it. She yells at the ref, and the ref takes his whistle out to say, "What are you doing?" And Raven Johnson comes across and scores. (14-11). Burton over to Xander Lassini. Caitlin Clark with a crazy outburst on the ref there. He had to take his whistle out and say, "Yo, chill out." Xander Lassini goes up, under, and gets blocked by Mo Billings. She says, "I seen you do that in practice. I know your work." Raven Johnson finds Timpson. She fumbles it, gets it stripped, and they actually call a foul on Xander Lassini. So it looks like we have our first timeout here. Valkyries up 14-11. With 3:30 to go here in the first quarter. All right. 14-11. Good game so far. Competitive game. That's all we hope for. That's all we hope for, people. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to fix something here. Appreciate everyone who's tuned in, who's tapped in right now. Thank for everyone who is tapped in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you're new here, follow. Helps the channel out tremendously. I'll be back on Saturday for another live stream. Make sure you join. I always tell people to join the Discord, but I forgot on TikTok. I think I have the link on on my TikTok account for the Discord. I play live games in there when I'm not able to stream. So make sure you're tapped into the channel. Yes, Sierra, 22, 20, and 10 for Jess Shepard. I think that's her second triple-double of the season. And we're only a couple games in, so salute to Jess Shepard. She's saying, I'm worth that. I'm worth that money. Saying I'm worth that $1 million contract. Now, Alana Smith, on the other hand, people are starting to have questions. Why does this thing always get deactivated? Stand by, y'all. My bot always gets deactivated for some reason. But I think we back now. We're in a commercial right now. If you're just joining, in the commercial just joining. Yep. Con Landing, I did see that Tierra McCowan back in the W. The Minnesota Lynx signed her earlier today. All right, they're back from commercial now. Back from commercial. They're talking about Veronica Burton. Remember, she was last year's most improved player. No. She was last year's. What was she? Was it last year or the year before? Because she was last year's most improved player. I think Naz Hillman was 6th Woman of the Year. So Veronica Burton able to up the scoring, up all stats all over. She scored 10 plus points in 6 straight games. Liz, what's going on? Hope all is well. Salute. Grayson, what's going on? Salute. So let's see what happens here. So Michaela Timpson at the line for 2 free throws here. She got fouled before we went to commercial, and she misses the first. Yeah, VB, she was on Dallas, she was on Connecticut. And now she's found a home here with the Valkyries. Timpson, second free throw is up and she knocks it down, scores 14-12. Yeah, I'm watching that game on my iPad, Liz. 89-64 Spurs over the Thunder. Tip Hayes has checked in, as well as Caitlin Chen, Janelle Salon as well. Letitia Ami here is also checked in. So they've subbed out pretty much everyone the Valkyries have and brought in a whole new five. Caitlin Chen, the inbound, gets it over to Salon. Salon, left baseline jumper, can't get it to go. Sophie Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham over to Kelsey Mitchell. She's been quiet so far. I don't think she's scored. Kelsey Mitchell gets it over to Raven Johnson, right side of the three-point line. Looking for Kelsey. Kelsey comes back to get it. Kelsey comes off the screen, gets downhill, goes up. Left hand scoop, can't get it to go. And what do they call? I think they called an offensive foul, possibly. Yeah, that's first foul on Kelsey Mitchell. I don't know. I don't. Oh, because she threw up that right arm into Amihir's neck area. 14-12 to score. Chen over to Tip Hayes. Hayes with the ball. Hayes dribbles left. Throws it cross court to Chen. Chen drives the middle of the floor. Nowhere to go. Throws it over to Salon. Salon guarded by Timpson. Salon dribbles back out to Chen with 2 on the clock. Chen has to get it up. Takes a long 2. And she rattles it in. Bails them out. Caitlin Chen with the basket. And it's 16-12. Johnson over to Mitchell. Mitchell, right side to Cunningham. Cunningham over to Maisha Hines Allen. Back to Raven Johnson. Up top to Mitchell. Mitchell with 5 on the clock. Behind the back pass to Cunningham. Top of the key 3. Way off. And Tip Hayes with the rebound. Hayes, outlet pass to a cutting Salon. Sophie Cunningham tips it away. And Timpson picks it up over to Johnson. Johnson down the lane. Throws up the floater and scores. Defense to offense there. Silly pass there by the Valkyries, which caused a turnover. 16-14. Hayes crosses half court. Gabby Williams at the check-in table for the Valkyries. Next dead ball. Hayes gets it over to Amihir. Top of the key here. Amihir goes to put Mitchell in the post. She tries to step through. Throws up the floater. Can't get it to go. Mitchell, solid defense there. Over to Cunningham. Cunningham crosses half court. Comes off the screen going right. Over to Hines Allen. Long 2 off the front of the rim. Amihir with the rebound. Amihir dribbles out of traffic. They sort of gave her a fake double team. She goes over to Salon in the left corner for 3. And Janelle Salon knocks down her first basket of the game. It's 19-14. Mitchell with the ball. They said Salon was 1 for 13 from 3 in the last 2 games. That's tough. Hines Allen behind her finds Raven Johnson. Over to Mitchell. Mitchell pump fakes, gets into the paint. Out to Hines Allen. She pump fakes. She steps in. Foul line jump shot too strong. Rebound to Salon. Over to Chen. Over to Zandalicini. Zandalicini with the ball. Guarded by Timpson at the 3-point line. Gus Salon in the mid post. She faces up. Backs down Cunningham and scores right over her. 21-14 as Cunningham pushing quickly in transition. Cunningham off the screen going left, drops it off to Timpson. Timpson double teamed out to Johnson, over to Mitchell. Mitchell slows it down. It's about a 2-second difference shot clock and game clock here. 10 seconds on the shot clock. On the game clock. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. Mitchell fumbles over to Cunningham, wide open for 3. And it misses at the buzzer. Ball tipped away. And that's how the first quarter ends. Beaver with some good looks, just can't knock it down. Valkyries on top at home, 21-14 at Ball Hollow. (21-14) at the end of the first quarter. So good game so far. Good game so far. Let's take a look at the box score if I can get it up for us. Take a look at the box score. Cool. So 14-21 is the score at the end of the first. 14-21. For the Fever, Mo Billings had the first basket of the game. She has 2 points, 3 rebounds, and a block. No other starter has scored except Caitlin Clark, who has 5 points. Maisha Hines-Allen yet to score. Timpson with 3 and Raven Johnson with 4. Fever shooting 5 for 20 from the field, 0 for 8 from 3, and 4 for 5 from the line. They do have 11 rebounds. For the Valkyries, you got Kayla Thornton and Gabby Williams yet to score. 2 for Stokes, 4 for Charles with 3 rebounds, and 8 for Veronica Burton. Off the bench, you have 5 for Janelle Salon and 2 for Caitlin Chen. They're shooting 8 for 19, 42% from the field, 33% from 3 on 2 of 6 shooting, and they're 3 for 3 from the foul line. They have 12 rebounds as well. 1 turnover for both teams in this game so far, so very low turnover quarter. So good sign so far for the Valkyries. Good sign so far. Salute to everyone hanging out. Appreciate you guys. Late night stream here. At halftime, we'll go over the box score, the team stats. We'll take a look at the upcoming WNBA schedules. So we can see what games we'll probably do watch-alongs for. I'll be away from Monday to Saturday next week. So if I get some time, I'll try to stream from my other location. But we're in commercial right now at the end of the first quarter. Salute to all the likes, the subscribers. Y'all are the reason why I do this. Make sure you follow on TikTok, follow on Twitch. Helps the channels out tremendously. Right, broadcast is coming back here. Broadcast is coming back to start the second quarter live from the Chase Center in San Francisco, California. It's funny, a dude front row got like a Buc-ee's hoodie on. We don't got Buc-ee's out here on the East Coast, and I know that's like a middle of the country, south sort of thing. Southwest sort of thing. Fewest points per game allowed in the W this season. The Valkyries lead that list, 76.3 points per game. Very defensive-minded team. As we start the second quarter with the Indiana Fever, we have Caitlin, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Mo Billings, and Lexi Hull. So the starters back on the court here for the Fever. Ball over to Kelsey, and we have Letitia and me here with a 3 in the key. I believe the call was. I seen the referee put up the 3 sign. What's up, Chemo? Salute, salute. Hope all is well. So it was a foul, not a 3 in the key. So Fever to inbound from the sideline. Caitlin inbounds it to Boston. Boston over to Mitchell, wide open for 3. And finally, they break their scoring drought from 3. Kelsey Mitchell, her first points of the game. And their first 3 of the game. They were 0 for 8 before she knocked that down. Chen goes over to Salon. Salon loads up another 3, and she's hit back-to-back 3s here. Janelle Salon was struggling from 3 in the past couple games. She's knocked down 2 already tonight. Scores 24-17. And a foul called on number 15, Tip Hayes, fighting over that screen. Kima, I wouldn't rock a Buc-ee's hoodie unless they pay me to front row at the game. It can't be that good. Ball and play here with Boston. Backs down Amir, but Amir comes over, gets the block, and then they call an offensive foul on Boston. So Aaliyah Boston was backing down Amir, and Amir sort of sold that one a little bit. I can't lie to you. 24-17. A turnover here on the Fever on that offensive foul. And then they call a foul there. What do they call that on? I think they call that on Mo Billings. Ball in play here with Salon. Salon to inbound, gets it into me here. Over to Tip Hayes. Tip Hayes, top of the key. Finds Salon in the mid post. Under the basket, Mo Billings locks it off. Out to Gabby Williams, yet to score. Attacks Caitlin, gets downhill. Right hand lay is good. Blew right by her. Like her foot was in, like Caitlin's feet were in quicksand. And Gabby Williams gets on the board for the first time tonight. Kelsey Mitchell with the ball. Now they call a foul here on the Valkyries. On Gabby Williams with a nice in and out dribble, blew right by Caitlin, right hand lay. That's 2 fouls on Tip Hayes. So she goes out. Kyla Charles checks back in for the Valkyries. Boston gets it into Billings over to Hull. Hull at the 3-point line, guarded tightly by Chen. And finds Mitchell. And they call another foul on Boston away from the play here. Offensive foul on Boston. So that's 2 fouls on Boston, both on offensive fouls. And Letitia and me here just putting her body on the line, literally, to get these fouls. Boston has to go to the bench here with 2 fouls. And Boston is frustrated, gives the ref a piece of her mind as she goes to sit on the bench. Chen gets it over to Salon. Salon with the ball. Salon attacks Hines Allen, finds a cutting Gabby Williams. Easy work. Oh, it hangs on the rim and drops. That's another French connection there. Salon to Gabby Williams. And it's 28-17. 7-0 run here by Golden State. Ball over to Caitlin. Caitlin probing, steps back, long 2 off the back of the rim. Kyla Charles with the rebound. Caitlin Clark 1 for 5 here. Caitlin Chen with the ball. Chen comes off the screen. Now has Caitlin on the island. Right to left crossover. Fakes the pass. Throws it out to Gabby. Gabby guarded by Hall. Gabby feeling herself. Steps back. Long 2 off the front of the rim. Caitlin chases down the rebound. Caitlin Clark, that is. DC with the ball. Dribbles left. Goes behind the back. Goes behind the back again. Step back. Going to her left. And they call a foul on Chen on the 3-point shot. So the second 3-point foul Caitlin Clark has drawn. So Caitlin Clark back at the line for 3 free throws. First free throw is up, and Caitlin rattles it in. Caitlin knocks down the second. No issue there. Now subs come in. Caitlin goes to the bench. Veronica Burton checks back in. Ami here did her job. Drew 2 fouls on Aaliyah Boston. Kia Stokes comes back in. Caitlin Clark at the line for the 3rd free throw, and she knocks it down. Valkyries ball here, 28-20. Burton at the controls, crosses half court. Gets it over to Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams drives right. Goes into the post against Hull. Throws it out to Kyla Charles. No hesitation for 3. And Kyla Charles knocks down the 3. 31-20 as Caitlin goes behind the back. Almost loses it. Fight for the ball. And they call a kick ball on Caitlin. And it's a turnover. Ball to the Valkyries. That defense is a killer, bro. Kyle said it would be interesting stat to see how many games Fever win with AB in foul trouble. About a second. Yeah, that's interesting. Fever call a timeout here as we go to another timeout. 31-20. Valkyries on top. 7:08 to go in the second quarter. Oh, take a sip of water. There's a lot of action going on here. (31-20). Golden State outscoring the Fever 10-6 in this quarter. Leading scorer for the Valkyries is Veronica Burton and Janelle Salon tied with 8 apiece. For the Fever, it's Caitlin Clark. She has 8 herself. Update on the Game 6 of the NBA Finals. OKC down 100-74. San Antonio looking like they're gonna force a Game 7 on what day is that? I think that game is on. Game might be on Saturday or Sunday. I think it might be on Saturday. Kimo says Kyla Charles produces well off the Valks bench. She actually got the start today, and so she's been producing well. Salute. Thunderhawk, what's going on? Salute everyone tuning in. I need to go in and I'm gonna wait a little bit. Yeah, I think I made the call. I think she saw that she was on my fantasy team tonight, so she had to put in work, and she's definitely putting in work. Oh, Becky Hammond, she let her thoughts be known about the lack of foul, the lack of free throw attempts tonight. A lot of expletive in the press conference. I just got the noti. Kyle said Wemby giving the Knicks a breather. I mean, the finals gonna start whether or not the finals are slated to start June 3rd, no matter what happens. So Spurs just preventing themselves from getting a breather at this point, but they find to keep their season alive. All right, broadcast has just come back. Broadcast has just come back. Thunderhawk said Knicks in the finals. I called it. Yeah, you weren't you at one of them games? I think you said you was at one of them games. I think. I picked up Kyla Charles on my fantasy team. I think earlier today, and she has not proven me wrong yet. I picked up a Watt career as well in the previous game, and a Watt had a good game, so I'm a good GM. All right, ball back in play here. Let's get back to this game. Fever still 1 for 9 from 3. Valkyries are 4 for 8 from 3 so far in this game. Oh, Gabby Williams, dangerous pass. Raven Johnson almost got the steal, but Burton has it. Burton has Johnson on an island. Steps back, takes the 3, and it's off to the left and out of bounds. Ball in play here with the Fever. Raven Johnson at the controls. Caitlin Clark playing off ball right now. Raven Johnson dribbles left. Finds Caitlin coming off the screen. Caitlin for 3, and she knocks it down. Her first 3 of the game. And it's 31-23. Caitlin up to 11 points. Gabby Williams with the ball. Dribbles left. Gabby Williams gets downhill. Tries to fake the pass. Gets the ball stolen. Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin dribbles left. Caitlin dribbles into the paint. Now dribbles back out. Finds a cutting Cunningham. No, she doesn't. Gabby Williams sees that all the way. Over to Salon. Gabby Williams to Salon, but Salon smokes the left-hand lay. Raven Johnson with the ball. Throws it out to Mo. Mo with a 3-on-1. Cunningham, right corner 3. And big shot. Sophie Cunningham. Timeout. Natalie Nakase. You blow an easy, fast break on one end, and it leads to a wide open 3 on the other. Fever forced to timeout by the Valkyries. (31-26). Fever go on a nice little run there. Nice 6-0 run to get within 5. Desi on the TikTok side, I'd much rather hear this than the announcers. Salute, salute. Appreciate that. Yeah, these announcers tonight on Prime aren't the greatest, to be completely honest with you. Appreciate you guys for the kind words. I do watch alongs fairly often throughout the season. We had a little break because I was away, but I'll be away again. But I'll make sure we're back for some more. I'll be back on Saturday. We have some games on Saturday, that I'll be able to do the watch alongs for. We'll take a look at those games at halftime. But as a brief look at the schedule, that LA Connecticut game looks like a stinker. No, I ain't gonna do that. Indiana Portland, we might do that one on Saturday. That's a 8 p.m. Eastern game. So be on the lookout for that. Be on the lookout. Right, we're in a commercial right now. We are in commercial. Score is 31-26 in the second quarter. Both teams are 4-2. C on the TikTok, I can't show you the game. They'll get my account out of here. But I appreciate you finding the channel. This is a play-by-play commentary, visual graphics channel, not live game footage. Kimo says, not sure I want to watch Phoenix New York rematch. I mean, I only want to watch it if New York happens to win. But I'll have it in the Discord for those who do want to watch. I'll have that game in the Discord tomorrow. New York Phoenix Act 2. Playing again the second time in 48 hours. They'll be playing each other. As we finally get back to the broadcast, 31-26, 5:59 to go here in the second quarter. So Fever were cold from 3 in that first quarter. They were 0 for 8. They've scored 3 threes. They've made 3 threes so far in this quarter to inch back into this game. All right, lineups on the floor here. Let's see. Once they get off of Sophie Cunningham's face. All right, we'll start with the Valkyries since they have possession. It's Burton, Stokes, Williams, Thornton, and Zandalicini on the court. Gabby Williams with the ball, dribbles right over to Zandalicini, top of the key, goes into the post against Caitlin, takes the fall away. She likes those, she makes those, knocks down the foul line fade, and Zandalicini onto the board here. 33-26. For the Fever, it's Johnson, Clark, Hines Allen, Cunningham, and Billings. They leave Raven Johnson open at the foul line. She bricks it hard off the backboard. Stokes with the rebound, but Caitlin gets the steal over to Johnson. She doesn't miss that one. She lays it in. So you finish a possession and you turn it right over. Turnover is starting to pick up here in this second quarter. Fever up to 5. Valkyries up to 3 here. Zandalicini left side to Gabby Williams. Caitlin went for the steal, didn't get it. Williams goes up, left hand lay is good for Gabby Williams, 35-28. And then Gabby Williams gets the steal. Gabby Williams attacks Caitlin, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. She almost made it. But Gabby Williams with the layup gets the steal and then gets fouled on the second layup attempt. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. She's been a incredible signing for this Valkyries team so far. Oh, that could have been a backcourt violation, but Gabby Williams at the line knocks down the first free throw. I wish Gabby would have came to New York. We needed a Gabby Williams type player. But can't get everything you like. She knocks down the second free throw. 37-28. Ball in play here with Raven Johnson. Johnson dribbles left. Guarded by Gabby Williams. Raven Johnson still with possession. Gets it over to Caitlin. Coming off the down screen. Finds Hines Allen on the short roll. Hines Allen goes up. Thornton tried to sell it, and they didn't call it this time. Hines Allen with the finish. You're right, Sierra. MJ probably does wish that. Xander Lassini, right to left crossover on Caitlin. Puts her in the post. Xander Lassini backs down. Caitlin tries to sell it. Hines Allen gets the block, though. And the ball over to Caitlin. Finds Cunningham. What a pinpoint pass. And Cunningham lays it in. That's Caitlin Clark's 500th career assist. Fastest to do it in history. That's Gabby Williams with the crossover, but Cunningham with the kickball. Pinpoint pass from Caitlin, finding Cunningham on the streaking to the basket, and she lays it in. So Caitlin Clark goes to the bench here. 59th career game tonight, 500 career assists. Fastest ever. Xander Lassini over to Burton, guarded by Mitchell, who's checked in for Caitlin. Burton with the ball. Burton back up top to Gabby with 4 on the clock. Guarded by Timpson. Gabby gets downhill, goes up, left hand layup, folds off the rim, but it gets tipped right to Stokes. Over to Xander Lassini for 3. And second chance points kill the fever here as Xander Lassini knocks down the top of the key triple. It's 40-32. Hines Allen over to Johnson, gets downhill and goes high off glass and scores over Gabby Williams. Tough layup there by Raven Johnson. Gabby Williams at the controls here. Gets the screen from Stokes. Picks up her dribble over to Xander Lassini with a head start. Xander Lassini throws up the floater from 15 feet out. Can't get it. Stokes fights for the rebound. Can't secure it. Out of bounds. I'm going to end this poll on YouTube at halftime. Let me know who you think will win this game. Raven Johnson and the Fever with possession. 6-point game here. Under 3 minutes to go. Johnson finds a nice cut there by Cunningham, and she lays it in. Easy work, and it's a 4-point game. Sophie Cunningham up to 7 points here. Burton calls out the play. Dribbles left. How's Timpson on her now? Burton crossover right to left. Gets into the paint. Finds Thornton. And they call a foul there on the Fever. That's on Kelsey Mitchell. What up, Mads? Salute. I know you saw a good game there at College Park. Or that's what it's called, right? College Park Center. Mads is at the Wings game earlier today. Gabby Williams goes over to Kayla Thornton. Right corner 3 off the front of the rim. Fight for the rebound. Raven Johnson secures it. Over to Sophie Cunningham. Finds Timpson. Timpson goes up and scores. It's a 2-point game. Burton with the ball. And a foul called on Michaela Timpson away from the play. So it stays with the Valkyries. Fever have got it within 2. Charles to inbound. Gets it over to Amir. Amir tries to get downhill on Timpson. Stops. Goes up and under. Timpson with the block. Says, get it out of here. Got that right on out of there. So it's 12 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, geez. And they're going to review this. I think it was a foul before the inbound here. It looks like Hayes got pushed into Mitchell, and they call a foul. So it's before the ball was inbound. So it's a 1-shot free throw for the Valkyries. Burton knocks down the free throw. So it's 41-38. Yeah, KT been quiet this year. So it's a lot of mouths to feed on that offense now. Chemo. You got Gabby Williams now. Burton has taken a leap. Oh, Hayes gets downhill, drops it off to a me here, throws up the right hook, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. Timpson gets it. And you know, KT still coming off that knee injury she suffered last year. And they call a away from the play foul on Hayes. Silly foul. The ball was nowhere even near her. There was no need for that. And they give the Fever another possession. Oh, she sort of sold that. That's 3 fouls on Tip Hayes, though. So Cunningham at the line knocks down the first free throw. Janelle Salon checks in for Tip Hayes. So Sophie Cunningham at the line for free throw number 2. And she knocks it down. It's a 1-point game here. 41-40 is the score. The bench has come in and put in work. That's really what's kept them in this game. Burton with the ball. Attacks Caitlin. Right to left crossover. Out to Charles. Charles for 3 off the back rim. Caitlin with the long rebound. Outlet to Mitchell. Mitchell catches. She was losing control, but she bobbled it on the catch. I knew she was going to miss it. Burton over to Salon in the corner. Salon over to Burton. Burton crosses over into the paint. Throws up the floater. Goes off glass. Can't get it. Gets her own rebound. That's a foul on Timpson. And I think both teams are in the bonus, so it should be free throws here for Burton. So Veronica Burton at the line for free throws. Trying to catch her breath here. So VB at the line. First free throw is up. And she misses. Lexi Hull checks in. I don't know who she came in for. So Lexi Hull just in the game. Oh, she comes in for Cunningham. Burton's second free throw is up, and she sneaks it in. 42-40, 2-point game. Approaching a minute to go here in the second quarter. Burton guarding Clark. Gets the screen from Timpson. Clark dribbles right, now guarded by Kayla Thornton. Gets a screen from Mitchell. Finds Mitchell. Mitchell attacks Thornton, gets downhill. Left hand scoop, gets fouled, and 1. And Kelsey Mitchell ties the game at 42. Chance to take the lead with the free throw. And Mitchell at the line for the 3-point play. And she misses. Wow. So game stays tied at 42. 50 seconds to go here in the second. Been a competitive game so far. Fever have come all the way back to tie the game. Burton with it. Gets it over to Charles. Charles drives. Spins into the lane. Goes up. Left hand layup. Can't get it. Hines Allen with the rebound. Fever looking to take the lead here. Caitlin pushing. Caitlin calls for the screen. Hines Allen slips it. Goes over to Timpson. Timpson slips, falls, throws it over to Mitchell. Mitchell, left hand floater, and the lead. So something out of nothing there for the Fever. First lead since it was 2-0. 10 seconds to go here. Burton with the ball. Burton dribbles right. Has Caitlin on her with 4 on the clock. Crosses over, gets downhill, takes the bump, and will go to the line. They call a blocking foul on Caitlin Clark. So that's 3 fouls on Caitlin Clark already. So we had 2 on Boston, 3 on Clark as Burton knocks down the free throw. Keep it on the low. If you know, you know. Shot is up and good. 1 second to go. Lexi Hall. No, she does not get a shot off. And at halftime, 44-44 at the half. Top scoring, I think they said top scoring offense, top scoring defense. And we have a good one on our hands, people. 44-44. 44-44. All right, at halftime, we'll go over the box score, the team stats, and the upcoming schedule. Thanks for everyone tuning in for the second game on Prime tonight between the Fever and the Valkyries. We had a good one in the first one. We'll go over it during this halftime break. All right, let's take a quick look at the box score. 44-44 at the half. Let's take a look here. So Golden State outscored Indiana 21-14 in the first quarter. Fever outscored the Valkyries 30-23 in the second quarter, which is why the score is tied. For the Fever, Mo Billings, she had the first 2 points of the game, and we haven't seen her since in terms of scoring. She has 3 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston, 6 minutes, no points. She has 2 fouls, had to go sit on the bench next to coach with those 2 fouls in 6 minutes. 15 minutes for Kelsey Mitchell, 7 points. You got Lexi Hull, no points. And Caitlin Clark with 11 points. She got fouled on 2 3-point attempts. She's 2 for 6 from the field, 6 for 6 from the line. Does have 4 assists and 2 steals with 2 turnovers. She does have 3 fouls now, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. Maisha Hines-Allen with 2 points. Got Michaela Timpson with 5 points. She came in, gave great minutes, 3 rebounds, and a block and a steal. 9 for Cunningham, 8 for Johnson. So the bench has come in and put in work. They have, let's do math there, 8 and 2 is 10, and 9 is 19, and 5, what's that, 23? 24? Can't do math, y'all. Yeah, 24. Salute, Kyle. Yeah, I mean, these late night tips, as long as the game is good, I'm good. If the game is terrible and I'm doing a late night stream, it's hard, man. It's hard. But I'm glad that they're hooping in this one. Looking at the team stats, 44% from the field for the Fever, 25% from 3. They're gonna have to up that. 9 for 11 from the line, and then you can see the rebounds and assists. We'll take a look at the stats comparison afterwards. Kayla Thornton, no points. Got 8 for Gabby Williams, 2 for Kia Stokes, 7 for Kyla Charles with 4 rebounds, and Veronica Burton, the head of the snake here, with 12 points. Off the bench, Xander Lassini with 5. You got 8 for Salon and 2 for Caitlin Chen. They're shooting 41% from the field, 42% from 3, and 90% from the line on 9 of 10 shooting. Let's take a comparison at the team stats here. Zoom out some. So in terms of rebounds, the Fever are leading that 18-17. They're tied in assists, 13-13. Fever have 2 more steals. They lead that 4-2. The Valkyries have 2 more blocks. They lead that 4-2. Total turnovers, 6 for the Fever, 4 for the Valkyries. Fever have given up 8 points off of their 6 turnovers. Valkyries have given up 6 points off of their 4 turnovers. Fast break points in favor of the Fever, 12-5. Points in the paint in favor of the Fever, 26-18. Fever do have more fouls by 3. And you can see no techs, no flagrants. The Valkyries had the largest lead of 11, and it's all gone now. Let's take a look at that's let me refresh this. Is this today's game? No, it's not. Why they showed me May 19th? What's it? We need the 28th. There we go. WNBA website is so bad sometimes. We'll go back here. I wanted to take a look at something else, points in the paint, but let me see if I can find that game on the website. Box score. Or it's not box score, it's down here. There we go. So looking at the points in the paint, PITP, Fever lead at 26-18. And that's what I wanted to see. 26-18 is the points in paint. 2 lead changes in this game, and the game has been tied 4 times. So that's the scores from this one. Let's take a look at the game that happened before this between the Aces and the Wings. Aces came into this game with a 4-2 record. Wings came in with a 4-3 record. And early in the game, it was looking like it was all Aces until the Dallas Wings flipped the switch in that third quarter, outscored them 27-19. The same quarter they took off on the Liberty, and they end up outscoring them in the last quarter as well, which gives them the 95-87 win, giving them a 5-3 record. Vegas falls to 4-3. As you can see, game leaders, for the Aces, it was Asia with 21, Alyssa Smith with 12 rebounds, Chelsea Gray with 8 assists, 1 turnover. But for the Dallas Wings, it was all Jessica Shepard, 22 points, 20 rebounds, 10 assists, and the win. I think it's the second 2020 triple-double in WNBA history behind Alyssa Thomas. Take a look at some other people who played in this game. Jackie Young finally put the ball in the basket. She was scoreless a couple games in a row. She finished with 15 points on 7 of 20 shooting. She got the shots up today. It was a minus 15 in her minutes. That's not good. Asia Wilson, 21.7 rebounds. Chelsea Gray with 8 points, 8 assists. Kennedy Carter, she started off hot. I walked away from the game and came back, and she didn't do much else. 14 points on 6 of 11 shooting. For the Wings, we already talked about Jessica Shepard's contributions. You had Arike Gumbawale, only played 18 minutes, had 1 point. Paige Beckers and AZ Fudd both finished with 20-plus points. Paige with 20, AZ with 22. So that dynamic duo putting in work. Alicia Clark, the veteran, with 6. Awak Kuir, I picked her up on my fantasy team earlier today as well. Finished with 12 points and 4 rebounds with 2 blocks. Salute Awak. Sims and James with 2 apiece. No minutes for your girl Sierra. Your girl Lee. No minutes for her. All right, so that was the earlier game today. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule now. For tomorrow, which is Friday, May 29th. Hopkins said the Wings look great. Paige, AZ, and Jessica will be a crazy trio. Yeah, definitely. They looked really good. Salute Hopkins on the TikTok. Salute. Let's take a look at Friday's schedule. You have 4 games, all on Ion. You got Phoenix and New York rematch from Wednesday's game. I was at that game yesterday evening down at the Barclays Center. New York snapped their losing streak. LA and Washington also at 7:30 on Ion. Minnesota and Chicago at 7:30. And then the late game is Atlanta at Portland. Portland, the surprise team, outperforming everyone's expectations. And they're looking to they're looking to continue that. On Saturday, you got Seattle and Toronto. That game's at 1 p.m. Got Seattle and Connecticut at 6 p.m. and then Indiana at Portland at 8 p.m. on CBS. We'll probably do the watch along for that game. Unfortunately, Portland on a back-to-back, but they're home. It's a home back-to-back, but that's always tough. Sunday, there's only one game, Vegas and Golden State at 3:30 on NBC Peacock. And then on Monday, you got two games, Seattle and Dallas at 8 p.m., and then Minnesota at Phoenix at 10 p.m. Tuesday, more of the same. Connecticut and Atlanta, Chicago at Washington, Portland at Golden State, and then Las Vegas at LA. And then Wednesday is a good game. Toronto and New York, Sandy Brondello's return to the team where she helped win a championship. And Phoenix and Seattle will face off at 10 p.m. Those games will be on USA Network. Mad, you over here scrolling? My bad. So that's the upcoming schedule. That's the upcoming schedule. We'll do a couple watch-alongs. I'll see how my schedule next week while I'm on the road looks. Definitely not on June 3rd. Won't be streaming because I'll be probably working during that time of the games. But Monday and Tuesday, you should be able to get one or two of these games in. So make sure you're subscribed, you're following the channel, so you don't miss out on any live watch-alongs. All right, so that is that. Let's get back to it. 44-44 is the score. Make sure, salute to everyone watching. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Salute for Jules, super chats, all the gifts. Appreciate you guys. All right, let me look at the comments here. One part me likes pushing into synergy. Yeah, I mean, looking at your comments, yeah, still early. Coach Fernandez still trying to figure out some things here. Trying to figure out rotations, who works best and whatnot. So a lot of teams is still in the figuring out process. So a little too early to judge. We've seen last year that you can have a terrible start to the beginning of the season, and then by the end you could be the champion, as we saw with the Aces. So what up, Ron? Yeah, I seen your girl Kelsey Plum injured out at least a week with that injury. So hopefully she gets healthy, because without her, I don't see the Sparks going far. Right, looks like they go into one last TV break here, and then they'll come back to the game. Let me listen, see what they're saying. Yeah. So they'll come back after this last commercial to the game. Salute to everyone tapped in. Salute to everyone tapped in. Let me zoom out so y'all can see some of these stats here. Stand by, y'all. I'm going to go get me some water. All right, we back. Yeah, that Spurs game is over. Spurs defeat Thunder 118-91 in West Finals Game 6. Series tied at 3 games apiece. Wow, that Game 7 is gonna be crazy. Yep. You see it. Stay hydrated, y'all. Make sure y'all stay hydrated. When is that Game 7? I can't believe I can't remember. NBA. I think it's on. Gotta be Saturday, right? Yeah, game Saturday at 8 p.m. Saturday at 8 p.m. Stream clips at who I got winning this game. It's tough, my friend. It's tough. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the home team Valkyries. I'm gonna say Valkyries, but I'm gonna end this poll on YouTube. Thing you just reminded me. I've been having this poll running for the longest. So let's end this poll. So 68% said Fever, 32% say Valks out of the people who voted. That's interesting. Very interesting. I need to go in and make a cancellation here. Yeah, Keem, I was saying that Gabby and the Valks are a perfect match. Everybody knew where she was going, and I wish she came to New York. But they seen Satu and their eyes got big. Oh, I forgot I'm on the wrong screen here, so y'all not seeing anything. All right, finally we're back. Jeez, I feel like these commercials be taking forever. You know I complain about the commercials all the time. Mads, why? What do you mean you almost became a fan? Why didn't you become a fan? Yeah, it's like whoever's the home team blows out the other team. That's what it's looking like in that Thunder Spurs series. Besides that one game, but we back. They're showing some highlights of the some like plays of Veronica Burton from that first half. But Caitlin Clark is fighting back though. Gotta respect it. She said, "I'm not going down without a fight." Remember, if you're just joining, Caitlin Clark got her 500th career assist in that first half, fastest to do it in WNBA history. They're talking to Kyla Charles here about that first half. She had a pretty decent first half. As just finally, we've started the third quarter. Third quarter has kicked off with the Indiana Fever. Caitlin Clark wide open for three, and it's off the front of the rim. Kayla Thornton chases down the rebound. Score tied at 44. Ball in play here with Veronica Burton. Burton gets the screen from Charles, going to her right. Now has Boston on her. Boston playing with 2 fouls on an island with Burton. Ball down to Stokes. Stokes goes up, gets the ball poked away from behind by Clark, and Hall picks up the loose ball over to Boston. Boston over to Hall. Back to Boston. Top of the key here. Boston drives right. Bumps off Kia Stokes. One leg fall away and trickles in off the rim. And that's her first points of the night. And it gives the Fever a 2-point lead. 46-44. Burton with the ball. Burton gets to switch to Kelsey Mitchell. Gets to switch to Mo Billings. Goes behind the back. Snatches it back now. Now crosses over. Blows by Billings. Left hand scoop and score. She set that up beautifully. Just kept that pace, that herky jerky moment that went quick and slowed and quick. Had Mo Billings trailing as Mitchell gets it over to Hull. Hull finds Billings. Billings goes for a reverse and gets fouled. And Mo Billings will go to the line for free throws. RC, salute. What's going on? So, the coach Nakase talking to Gabby Williams and Veronica Burton. As Mo Billings, the ex Valkyrie, is at the line for free throws. First one is up. She cashes out. And Mo Billings at the line for the second free throw. And she knocks down both. Gives the Fever back their 2-point lead. And Kyla Charles loses the ball on the inbound. It's a turnover. So the Fever get it right back. And Lexi Hull comes off the curl, misses the baseline jump shot. Rebound to Gabby Williams. Gabby Williams gets downhill. Dribbles back out. Now goes back into the paint. One leg fall away over Boston, and it drops. Ties the game back at 48. 48 all. Ball over to Boston. Boston fakes the three. Drives into the paint. Gets walled up by Stokes. Hull. As Thornton comes around and gets the steal. Outlet to Gabby. She can't. The outlet pass was too far ahead. She was like, put a little bit more air under it. Kayla Thornton threw more of a bullet there. So turnover to turnover here. Ball in play here with Caitlin Clark. Clark with the ball at the top of the key. Gets it over to Kelsey into the paint. Finds Hull in the left corner for three, and she buries it. Caitlin Clark to Kelsey Mitchell to Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull left corner three, and it's a 3-point game. Veronica Burton with the ball, left side of the court, comes middle. Now it turns on the Jets, goes behind the back, has Hull bumbling, stumbling, gets fouled, and one. Veronica Burton will go to the line for the 3-point play to tie this game back at 51. Let's see if she can knock down the free throw. So Veronica Burton draws that foul on Lexi Hull. She was slipping and sliding and just ends up fouling there. So Veronica Burton at the line for the 3-point play, and she knocks down the free throw. Game tied at 51 apiece here. Caitlin Clark turns on the Jets and draws the foul on Kayla Thornton. And the fans let out a groan. They're not happy with it. Ball inbounded to Aaliyah Boston. Boston picks up the dribble. Nowhere to go with it. Finds Caitlin. Caitlin guarded by 2. Throws it out to Boston for 3. Misses. Fight for the rebound. Billings gets it. Kelsey Mitchell. Quick release and finish for 3 from the left wing. And they go back up by 3. 54-51. Ball in play here with Veronica Burton. Burton with the ball. Crosses over. Has Billings on the island with her. Bart Burton in and out. Goes behind the back. Lose, and they call a foul here on Billings. (54-51). Boston will go to the bench. Maisha Hines-Allen will check in. And Lexi Hull will go to the bench as well. Oh, damn, I gotta find how you pronounce the young lady's name. Yotite. I think it's Yotite. She pronounced it. Yeah, there we go. They said it on the broadcast. Yotite. Ball to Eustace out to Letitia, over to Caitlin Chen. Xander Lassini, top of the key, 3. And she lights it up and ties the game at 54. Kyle says VB has the SGA whistle tonight. That's crazy. Ball and play with Caitlin Clark. DC goes cross court to Hines-Allen. They saying, yo, we'll give you that. Maisha goes into the paint. Throws it over to Cunningham. Cunningham, left corner 3, can't get it. Fight for the rebound. It's picked up by Chen. And Chen's on the run here. Chen over to Xander Lassini, over to Eustace. Eustace steps back, shoots the 3. Oh! She comes in and gets right to it. Yotite with the 3. And it's a 3-point lead. The Valkyries' 5th overall pick, their first ever draft pick, didn't come over last season. Came over this season, and she's already making an impact. The young Lithuanian, Mo Billings, tries to respond for 3. It rolls off. Ami here with the rebound. Ball with Eustace. Eustace looks to attack Caitlin. Jump pass over to Chen. Over to Kayla Thornton in the right corner. Dribbles out. Back to Eustace. Drops it off to Thornton, but it gets picked away. Good hands there by CC. Raven Johnson with the ball. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin goes behind the back. Sidestep. 3 is up, and it's an air ball. And the crowd lets her know it. The crowd lets her know it. What's up, Pam? Salute, salute. Thanks for doing this. Don't have Prime. No problem. Glad you're here on the channel. Score is 57-54. It's been a back and forth third quarter. Yeah, the crowd, they have one of the best home crowds in the league in terms of attendance. I think they're top of the league. I think it's like Golden State, New York, and then I think the Fever and Portland are somewhere in the top 3 or 4. Yeah, I'm glad Prime, now that I'm glad Prime has upped their production quality, because those of y'all who've been in the trenches with the W for a while, you know, Prime Video broadcast used to just be a rebroadcast of the local channel of the local team's broadcast. Now that they've got the big contract with the NBA and WNBA, they've put in way more production value into it. So I'm expecting like Commissioner's Cup games to have that same feel as well, especially the Commissioner's Cup final. Esteban said, do the Fever still have this or not? It's hard to tell, man. Basketball is a hard sport to predict. They could have it, they could not have it now, and then all of a sudden get it in the fourth quarter. So it's hard to predict. So we're in a commercial break here, 57-54. Looking at the score, the box score here. Golden State's outscoring Indiana 13-10 in this third quarter. RC said, Jay, do you see the Wings game? Yeah. We were watching it in the Discord, and it was a good game. Good game. All right, ball in play here. Or is this a replay? Oh, this is a replay. I thought the ball was in play. They're showing a replay of those last couple plays. Now we're back. 4:56 to go here in the third quarter. Valkyries with a 3-point lead. So Eustace, the inbound, gets it over to Caitlin Chen. Chen at the point guard, looking for Xander Lassini. Gets it over to her on the right side of the court. Steps back on Hines Allen and off to the right. It was a hard break, almost knocked a couple players out, but Raven Johnson picks up the loose ball. Raven Johnson drives right, gets downhill, goes up, and lays it in. Raven Johnson with a couple great drives here in this game. Kept her dribble alive, didn't give up the dribble, and it paid off. Raven Johnson up to 8 points. Xander Lassini dribbles left. Gets it over to Salon. Back to Xander Lassini. Crossover. Dances into the middle of the paint. Goes up and can't get it. Letitia Mehier got the ball stripped on the offensive. Try to put back. Over to Cunningham from Clark for 3. And it's off the front of the rim. She had more time than she thought. Sort of rushed it there. And ball in favor with Chen, who finds a Mehier on the roll and scores. 59-56. As Caitlin goes downhill and she gets fouled on the layup attempt. I thought she just smoked the layup. But she gets fouled on the layup attempt, and she'll go to the line for more free throws. So Caitlin Clark at the line for 2 free throws. First one is up, and she knocks it down. Man, called her Caitlin Gilgeous-Alexander. Aaliyah Boston checks back in. She's been dealing with foul trouble. Caitlin at the line for the second free throw. It's up, and she knocks it down. Score is 59-58. Caitlin up to 13 points and 4 assists. Chen gets it over to Xander Lassini. Xander Lassini drives right. Tries to get downhill. Nowhere to go. Spins back. And gets it over to Salon with 5 on the shot clock. Steps back. Salon shoots a jumper. Gets hit on the forearm by Sophie Cunningham. It's that awkward, I shouldn't say awkward, but unorthodox shooting motion by Janelle Salon, which draws a lot of players to foul her on her attempts. Salon, first free throw is up and misses. Salon, second free throw is up and she misses both. Lexi Hull with the rebound, and they call a foul on Leticia Ami here. Ball in play here with Caitlin Clark. DC, foul line, fall away jump shot. That was a dumb shot. Why'd she shoot that? And Ami here with the rebound. She tried to dribble through traffic, turned it over. Lexi Hull with the ball, gets it over to Boston. Boston finds Clark. Pump fakes, gets it down to Boston in the paint. Goes up, and that's an offensive foul. Ami here selling that though. She throwing her body like looking like Marcus Smart. That's the third offensive foul Ami here has drawn. Yeah, she sold that crazy. She sold it a little bit. Yeah, me here did sell it a little bit though. People said they'll be teaching kids in camps how to flop. I think they're reviewing that. They're gonna review it. They give the twirler, or they're gonna review it to see if it was actually a foul. Me here just threw herself back on the nudge from Boston. Boston does lead with the elbow a little bit, but she sort of sells it a little bit more than she needs to. Look at that. Look like she got shot. Sniper in the building over there. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Yo, you would have thought a sniper blew her head clean off the way she threw back like that. That's crazy. Yeah, the ref's looking at the same replay we saw. Nudge. It's like, all right, come on now. That's crazy. That's the most I could have been in you for. Nah, bro. Shorty, the more I look at it, the funnier it is. That's if it stands, that'll be the third offensive foul Amir has drawn on Aaliyah Boston tonight. But I think the refs should obviously see that. Man, so they gotta go be a stun double if you're gonna do all that. True. Now, how tall? It's funny. You stay look as tall as me here. I think me here is like 6'3". You stay look tall as hell. See how tall they got you stay listed as bio. Let me see. No, I gotta go on the WNBA website to see how tall this young lady is. Hold on. You stay. She's 6 foot. And she look as tall as a me here. How tall is a me here? Me here is 6'3". I mean, I guess 3 inches. Can't really tell, but sheesh. They talking to the I guess the announcers about what the call is gonna be. Nakase, she got her nails done. Nails looking clean. I see you. Your inch was glistening. So they say it's a defensive foul. So successful coaches challenge. They seen that flop. And bruh, the way she sold that is so funny. So she doesn't get rewarded for flopping the third time. Aaliyah Boston will go to the line for 2 free throws. Remember when they were finding people for flopping? I wonder what happened. Aaliyah Boston knocks down the first free throw. Yeah, she just overcooked it. She sold it too much. Boston's second free throw is up and good. Yuan says, can they reach over 170? My math ain't good, my friend. What's the score now? 119? It'll be tough. It'll be tough. Xander Lassini over to Salon. Salon, another three. Off. Ami here with the rebound. Ami here in the post against Hull. Spins, goes back left, and draws the foul on Hull. That one was an actual foul. Ami here will go to the line for 2 free throws. I think she's trying to be an extra on Beetlejuice. So Leticia Ami here at the line for 2 free throws. Oh, excuse me. Knocks down the first. Gabby Williams to check back in now for Zandalasini. No, this dude with the Bucky's hoodie sitting courtside is killing me, bro. This man better be his family better have like own Bucky's or something, because that's crazy to me. And Ami here misses a second rebound to Cunningham over to Johnson. Raven Johnson calling the play out, gets it over to Mitchell. Mitchell left side of the court. Mitchell dancing with it. Mitchell over to Raven, right side to Cunningham. Pump fakes for 3, drives into the paint, throws it out of bounds. And she's saying she wanted a foul on the pass. No foul was called. Could have been a foul call there, definitely. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. Score is tied at 60. You stay. Oh, they're going to call an offense. They don't even call. And they call an offensive foul. On you stay. Yeah, everybody's selling and falling and everything. Jeez. Look like an action movie right here. Boston drives into the lane, spins, fall away jump shot, and scores. Fever retake the lead, 62-60. Caitlin Chen with the ball. Tries to dribble left, fumbles it, picks it up, gets it over to Gabby. Gabby loads up for a 3 in the lead, and it's off the back rim. Cunningham with oh no, that's Hull with the rebound. Outlet to Cunningham. Cunningham finds Johnson in the left corner, looking down for Aaliyah Boston, gets position out to Raven. Raven, left corner 3, and she buries it. Big shot there by Raven Johnson, and it's a 5-point lead for the Fever. Timeout by Coach Nakase. Raven Johnson into double figures now. Knocks down that 3. Esteban, yeah, Lexi and Sophie. It's the ponytail that was throwing me. Let's take a look at the box score. Sorry, I'm over here watching this Prime original commercial they have here. That's how they get you, man. That's how they get you. So Raven Johnson up to 13 points in this game on 6 of 8 shooting. It's really been the bench for them, honestly. You got 13 from Raven, 9 from Cunningham, 2 from Hines Allen, 5 from Timpson. Kimo said that's how you flop. They over here doing some gravity reading over here. Like which players attract the most attention to free up their teammates. All right. 65-60. It's Valkyries ball after that timeout. 1:15 to go here in the third quarter. Ball over to Kia Stokes, over to Eustace. Right side to Burton. Burton loads up for 3 off the front of the rim. Boston skies in for the rebound. Over to Hall. A minute to go here in the third. The Fever have taken the lead. Boston crossover, gets down the lane, throws up the floater, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. Both teams are in the bonus. Esteban. Both teams are in the foul bonus with 56 seconds to go. Boston at the line. Free throw is up and good. Upcoming national TV games, you got Mercury and Liberty and Dream and Fire tomorrow. Those are the national games on Ion tomorrow. As Boston makes both free throws. So it's 66-60, 67-60, excuse me. Fever on an 11-1 run. Gabby Williams finds Salon on a nice cut. Salon goes up and scores. Nice cut there on the baseline by Salon. 67-62. Ball over to Kelsey Mitchell. Gets blocked from behind by Burton. Salon on the go here. Doesn't have numbers. Slows it down. Gets it over to Burton. Burton to Salon in the corner for 3. Janelle Salon knocks down the 3. It's a 2-point game. Janelle Salon up to 13 points. That's her third 3 of the game, I believe. Salon off the bench. Yep, third 3. Kelsey Mitchell with 7 on the clock. Attacks Burton, goes up, double clutches, gets blocked. And it's an outlet. Oh, stolen by Cunningham. Cunningham at the buzzer. It's off. And rebound to Burton. And that's how the third ends. So at the end of 3, Fever up 67-65. 2-point game going into the fourth quarter here. Fever outscored the Valkyries 23-21 in that third quarter. Wow, we have a good one on our hands, people. A good fourth quarter brewing here on our hands. Both teams with a 4-2 record. Indiana already has won the first game of the series against the Valkyries, looking to win the season series with a win tonight. Valkyries trying to force it to a game 3, which will be on July 15th. Good game on our hands. Salute to everyone in the chat. Salute. TikTok, Twitch, YouTube. Appreciate you guys tapped in. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, follow, gift, whatever you can to support the channel. Tell a friend. Whenever you can, find the games on TV. For the most part, I'm here to support. 67-65 going into the fourth quarter. What are y'all thoughts? Who you think pulls this off? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Who do you think will pull off the win? $67-65 going into the fourth quarter. Leading scorers for both teams. You got stand by. You have Raven Johnson and Caitlin Clark tied for the team lead with 13 points apiece. And for Golden State, it's it's Veronica Burton with 17 points and Janelle Salon behind her with 13. Corey, salute. Says, you think Golden State wins? I don't know, my friend. My initial reaction, my initial thought was Golden State wins. They have a nice home court advantage here. They're playing at home, so I thought the home crowd would carry them to a win. So that is my reasoning there. Pam said, do you think Indy will win? I mean, they do have somewhat of the momentum there. Chap says, you feeling OT? Please no OT tonight. Unlike Paul. No OT tonight. Man, playoff P. Self-proclaimed playoff P. Hilarious. Veronica Burton with a season-high 17 points. As we get ready to start the fourth and final quarter of this game. Second game of the night on Prime. Dallas won game one in a thriller. Valkyries trying to win game two here. Trying to make both home teams win the game. As Burton attacks Caitlin Clark, gets into the paint, throws up the little 5-footer, and scores over her. Ties the game at 67. 19 points for Veronica. Kelsey Mitchell over to Boston. Boston looking for Caitlin. Can't get it to her. Spins back to her left. Tries to find Mitchell on a back cut, but is fouled. Mitchell fouled trying to catch that entry pass. So it's a sideline inbounds play. Caitlin Clark gets it into Boston. Gets it back. Caitlin drives right. Finds KK Timpson. Hangs and hits. Nice baseline cut there by Timpson. And Fever retake the lead by 2. 69-67. Burton crosses half court. On an island with Mitchell. Gets the rescreen here. Burton finds Kia Stokes. Kia Stokes tries to go through and gets... Oh, it looked like Sophie was out of bounds on the save. And it is Valkyries basketball. So it is Golden State basketball down to Burton and inbound. Gets it into Eustace in the right baseline. Eustace jab steps. Now shoots over her. Can't get it to go. And they can't secure the rebound. Valkyries get another chance here. Gabby Williams blows by Caitlin and scores over Boston. Ties the game at 69. The offensive rebounds is going to be the difference in this game, as we've seen already. Kelsey Mitchell over to Boston. Boston on the attack on Stokes. Bumps off her. Goes up, throws up a wild hook shot. Can't get it to go. Timpson just tips it to herself and beats 3 Valkyries players. Boston for 3, and she misses. Caitlin Clark was crying out for it and couldn't get the ball. Let me set up here. We got a good one on our hands, people. Burton gets downhill. Over to Eustace. Down to Kia Stokes. What they call a foul there on Caitlin for the pull. So it's Valkyries basketball. Yo Tite. To inbound here. Stephanie White yelling at her team, telling them to let's go. Yeah, I don't know what AB was doing to shooting that. Oh, Burton on the inbound just goes up and lays it in easily. Timeout, Stephanie White. How does that even happen? I looked down, looked up. She was getting a layup. It's an 11-2 run by the Valkyries to retake the lead here, 71-69. Dexy, what's going on, my friend? How about your Lynx not doing bad with no fee and Dorky? Yeah, y'all hooping. I can't lie. Cheryl Reeves is a hell of a coach. That system she got, I mean, there's nothing you can really say. She can just plug and play players and they get results. Mighty says, what is Caitlin doing? Caitlin Clark on the night, 13 points, 5 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers. 8 of 8 from the line. Quarog, I hope no overtime. I don't think I could do another couple minutes after this game over. But my girl, one of my clients, when I say clients, I don't mean like literal client, but one of my faves in the league is Veronica Burton. She's up to 21 points, 5 rebounds. The game's leading scorer. Mel's says, I need 2 more rebounds for Kyla Charles. Man, she on my fantasy team. I need whatever she can give me tonight. Whatever she can give me tonight, Kyla, I need it. Tudo says Jessica Shepard had the first 22, 20, 10 triple-double in W history. I thought they said something about Alyssa Thomas had something close to that. Unless I read that notification wrong. I think I read it wrong. We're in a commercial right now. If you're just joining, we are in a commercial right now. Dexy said AZ looked like she finally found her flow. Yeah, it just took her killing us in New York to find her flow. So Wings fans should thank the New York Liberty porous defense for giving AZ confidence. All right, we're finally back. Jeez. 71-69, 8:08 to go here in the fourth quarter. It's been a back and forth affair in San Francisco. Looking at the ties and the lead changes here, it's been 5 lead changes and 12 ties in this game. All right, so ball and play here with the Fever. They have Raven Johnson, Caitlin Clark, Hines Allen, Cunningham, and Timpson on the floor. Caitlin with it. Almost gets it stolen, but they call a foul on Gabby Williams. First foul on Gabby Williams tonight. Oh, yeah, she does have her left arm on Caitlin's right forearm there when she tried to rip through. Ball and play here with the Fever. Hines Allen over to Caitlin. Caitlin spins out, going to her left, finds Hines Allen on the roll, goes up, and it goes off of Burton and out of bounds. Stays with the Fever. 3 on the clock. It looked like a foul initially, but she does get a nice strip on the ball. Caitlin Clark to inbound. Under the basket. Throws it out to Cunningham with 2 on the clock. Cunningham throws it up. Can't get it. Get it blocked. Gabby Williams on the run. Finds Burton. Goes up. Left hand leg gets fouled and 1. Veronica Burton adding to her season high. Finishes with the left hand lay. And we'll go to the line for 1 more. So Gabby Williams on the run. Burton outrunning everybody. Goes up. Hines Allen tries to come over for the block and lays it in with the left. With the body. She fouled her with the body. So Veronica Burton at the line for the 3-point play. 73-69. Burton with 23 points, a season high. And she misses the free throw. Lexi Hull gets the rebound, loses it. Janelle Salon dives on the floor, and now we have a jump ball. Dexy says, so with the Sun being moved to Houston, what happens if they trade their first for next draft, knowing it will be a lottery pick? Do they get punished? I don't believe so. They don't get punished. I mean, it'll be stupid to do so. Don't think they'll get punished. So Salon versus Aaliyah Boston on this jump ball attempt here. And it was like Yo Tite. Players just keep changing positions here while they're trying to do the jump ball. So Salon versus AB round 2. Ball tipped up and it goes right to Caitlin. Caitlin outlet is bad. Throws it right to Veronica Burton, who picks it off like a defensive back. Gabby Williams with the ball over to Burton. On an island with Caitlin. She backs out. Tries to get a head start. Oh, and then spins back. Goes left. Spins back right. Right hand scoop. Can't get it to go. Raven Johnson, the one hand rebound. And she's pushing it in transition. Raven Johnson gets downhill. Dribbles back out to the 3. Over to CC. Guarded by Burton. These two been going at it. CC drives left. Goes up. Gets blocked by Burton. And she recovers the rebound and then gets fouled. Wow. Veronica Burton doing it all here in this game for the Valkyries. Locked up Caitlin Clark there. Let me see if there's a foul. And yeah, it didn't look like a foul initially. She does have her left hand on her hip. Maybe you can call that, but the block is clean. Wow. Monique Billings to check in for Michaela Timpson. 5 blocks for Burton tonight. Is that right? I heard the commentator say that. Yeah, that's 5 blocks for Veronica Burton, and she's not even an inch. She's like 5'8". Wow. She's 5'9". Sorry, I sold her short. Gabby Williams smokes the low. They call a foul. They call a foul on the Gabby Williams layup attempt. Oh, there's a foul. She smacked her. That's a foul. That is a foul on Aaliyah Boston. She smacked her shooting arm as Gabby knocks down the free throw. Giovanni, I'm watching it on Prime Video. That's where the game's on. It's live on Amazon Prime Video. Second free throw is up and good. 75-69. Big Nah, I think on YouTube there's some accounts that be streaming the game live, but I can't do that. They already watching me like a hawk. Kelsey Mitchell over to Boston. Boston finds Billings on the roll, drops it off to Raven Johnson, gets blocked by Kia Stokes. 10 blocks by the Valkyries tonight. That's why they're the league's best defensive team. Veronica Burton with the ball. Burton gets it over to Salon. Salon gives it back to Burton. Burton with Boston on her. Crosses over into the paint. Goes up. Over the head layup. That was a silly shot. And the Fever have the rebound. Kelsey Mitchell. She's been quiet. Over the head pass to Boston. Loads up for a 3. Big shot. Aaliyah Boston knocks down to 3. And is that a timeout? Yep, a timeout is called. Wow, what a shot there by Boston. They needed that badly. It's 75-72. 5:54 to go in the fourth quarter. Yeah, Veronica Burton, she's trying to will them home, but you got a lot of players on there. Spread the love. Salute to everyone still hanging out. We got a good game on our hands here between the Fever and the Valkyries. We have 5 lead changes and 12 ties in this game. Valkyries, do have the upper hand at the moment. Yeah, this does have a playoff vibe. You're right, Kyle. It does have a playoff vibe. All right, we're still in commercial here. And talk about commercial. There's a Caitlin Clark commercial advertising the lower sugar Gatorade. Dexy said, Jay, what's my thoughts on let me look at your comment. Brother, sorry, let me look at these comments here. Great to see watching WNBA. Also, it's your 35th birthday. Have a great time until strike time and drinking Heineken. Salute, brother. Salute. Happy birthday to you, man. 35 years young. All the best in another year of life. Dexy says HVL can't stick to a team for some reason. I wouldn't mind the Lynx picking her up. Need another guard, and Reeves gets the best out of everyone. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's tough. Layla Lacan is better than her in my opinion, but I think she could have stayed on that team and dropped somebody else. But it's tough sledding for a Haley Van Liv. Hopefully, she can land on her feet somewhere. All right, they're back on the broadcast here, 75-72. And they're focusing on the Valkyries' defense. Chap said there's good league parity throughout the league, except Connecticut. Yeah. Listen, anybody can beat anybody. You've seen Portland win the season series against my Liberty team, 2-1. Dallas beat the Aces. Listen, anybody can get got on any given night. If you don't come prepared, you can get run out the gym. Career high 5 blocks for Veronica Burton. She has 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 5 blocks. And ball and play here with the Valkyries to resume this fourth quarter. Very entertaining fourth quarter. Ball over to Kia Stokes. Hands off to Gabby. Gabby with a head of steam. Stops at the foul line. Jumper is up. Nothing but net. Gabby Williams knocks down the jumper. It's a 5-point game. Over to Aaliyah Boston. Top of the key here. Aaliyah Boston hands off to Mitchell. Mitchell's been quiet. And they call the offensive foul? Oh, no. They call a foul on Burton. Trying to fight over that screen. So it is Fever ball, 5-point game. You think both is going over 20? You mean 20 points in the quarter? I don't know if that's what you're referring to. I mean, they're going to need to. Raven Johnson for 3, and Raven Johnson having a hell of a night tonight. She brings them back within 2. Raven Johnson off the bench up to 16 points on 2 made threes. Kia Stokes with the ball. Finds Gabby on the back cut. Salon in the right corner. Salon for 3. Off the rim. And Mo Billings skies for the rebound. Fever with a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3. Raven Johnson skipping down the lane. Dribbles back out. Hands it off to Mitchell. Mitchell with a head of steam down the lane. Kia Stokes gets the block. Gabby Williams attacks Johnson. Goes up and misses. Gets fouled by Raven Johnson. Gabby Williams will go back to the line, but Kia Stokes shuts that Kelsey Mitchell shot down. Good block there. Clean block by Stokes. Kia Stokes, have a game. 11 blocks as a team. Kia Stokes has 4 of them. You have 5 blocks from Burton, 4 blocks from Stokes. That's crazy. I've never seen that before. Caitlin Clark checks back in as Gabby Williams knocks down the free throw. One Dom Melissa, do you think? Her. Oh, I read that comment already. 79-75. It's 14-8 in the quarter. Aaliyah Boston with the ball over to Mitchell. Mitchell's been quiet. Mitchell blows by everybody, goes down the lane, and lays it up with the right hand. That probably your easiest shot tonight. 79-77. Veronica Burton at the controls here. With Stokes, Yotite, Gabby Williams, and Chanel Salon. Drops. Oh, what a pass from Eustace to Roland Kia Stokes. She lays it in easily with the left hand. So she's getting some crunch time minutes here for the young Lithuanian. In her first season, the W. Caitlin Clark wide open for three. She knocks down the right wing three, and it's a 1-point game. Caitlin up to 16 here. Burton with the ball. Over to Eustace. Eustace steps for another three off the back rim. Oh, Gabby Williams, one hand skies for the rebound. Throws it out to Eustace. Over to Gabby. Gabby on the island with Cunningham. Crosses over. Off balance jumper. Rolls off the rim. Rebound to Caitlin. Chance to take the lead with a basket here. Guarded by Yotite. Guarded Mitchell. She steps back for three. In and out. Fight for the rebound. Boston gets the offensive rebound. Spinning in the lane. Throws up a jumper and the lead. Fever take the lead 82-81. Leah Boston dealing with foul trouble all night. And they get another possession and score. Gabby Williams with it now. Under 3 minutes to go. Gabby Williams goes over to Kia Stokes. And there's a foul called away from the play here. And they're showing some replays of Leah Boston on that last basket. Pivoted in the paint. Hits the fall away. Golden State is in the bonus the rest of the way, so it's free throws anytime they get fouled. Veronica Burton, of course, at the line for free throws. Knocks it down to tie the game, Veronica Burton. 82 apiece. 2:53 to go here in this one. You got Fever money line. Salute. Wish you luck, my friend. And Burton hits the second. 83-82. Valkyries retake the lead. It's Clark, Hull, Boston, Cunningham, and Mitchell on the floor for the Fever. Caitlin Clark down to Boston. Fight for the steal. Almost gets it, Kia Stokes, but Lexi Hell picks it up. Baseline jumper is good. And the Fever get the lead right back. 84-83. Burton over to Gabby Williams. On an island with Mitchell, crosses over. Off balance jumper gets fouled there by Mitchell. I think she got a little bit up under her on the jump shot. And she'll go to the line for 2 free throws. So Gabby Williams at the line shooting 2. Gabby Williams, first free throw is up. And it rolls off. Fever may say bull don't lie. Jello, I don't know. I thought Valkyries, but we'll see. Second free throw is up. And she misses both. Salon with the offensive rebound. Tries to get it back to Gabby, and they call a foul on the pass. Wow, so more free throws here. Gabby misses both free throws. Salon gets a one-arm rebound and a foul there by Boston. I seen it. Salon knocks down the first free throw to tie it at 84. Second free throw is up, and Salon gives Golden State the lead back. 85-84. 2:20 to go here. Caitlin at half court. Caitlin drives right, gets it down to Boston in the post, spins off Stokes, fall away jump shot. It just looks awkward when she's spinning, trying to shoot over that right shoulder. It just doesn't look fluid. Burton with the ball. Under 2 minutes to go here. 85-84 has been the Veronica Burton show in this game. Burton goes cross-court to Salon. Cunningham gambles. Salon baseline jumper is good. Steph White says timeout. I don't know why Sophie Cunningham gambled for that steal. It left her out of position. Salon wide open. Baseline jumper is cash. 87-84, 3-point lead. 148 to go here in the fourth. That was a silly one. Jello, I can't put the game up, my friend. If I could, I would. But I can't put the game up. If you want to watch, you can join. Where's my bot? My bot ain't been chatting. Did the bot shut off again? Probably did. Let me see if I can find my bot. I can't let y'all watch the live. If I can't put the game up, y'all. I cannot. That's just the long and the short of it. Salute, Corey. Salute. TikTok don't play with that stuff, y'all. All right, broadcast is back to showing a replay of that last play. As I said, Sophie Cunningham goes for a gamble on the steal. She out of position. Janelle Salon takes one dribble in from the right corner, and she's wide open for the 15-footer. They said the Golden State Valkyries are the only team without a clutch win. I'm going to put that in quotes. Let's see what the Fever drew up in that timeout. $87-84. Remember, the Valkyries are in the bonus, so any fouls result in free throws for them. But let's see what the Fever do here. Caitlin Clark at the controls here. Passes it to Boston. Boston dribbles left, hands off to Lexi Hull. Hull, top of the key here. Oh, that should have been a foul as Caitlin comes off the screen, but she gets it back. Tries to get it to Hull, and it's deflected and stolen. Ball over to Burton. Ball down to Salon. Pump fakes for the midi and slows it down. Out to Eustace. Guarded by Caitlin. 1:20 to go. Eustace on an island with Clark. Left to right crossover. Right to left crossover. Shoots to fall away. Oh, it trickles off the rim. Gives the Fever a lifeline here. Caitlin Clark dribbles right. Pump fakes. No, and she steps out of bounds. Caitlin Clark with back-to-back turnovers here. Steps out of bounds on the sideline. Right in front of Valkyrie's bench, and they let the refs know that we saw it. 3 turnovers in the quarter for the Fever. This is crunch time. Can't be turning it over. I think a clutch win is like if the game is within 5 points within the last 2 minutes or something like that. You know, and you can make a stat out of anything, y'all. You know how that go. Ball in play here with the Valkyries. This could put the game away here, but we've seen the Fever come back from deficits like this with less time before. Burton on an island with Mitchell. In and out dribble. Dribbles to the right. Kelsey Mitchell. Put the clamps on. Down to just Salon. Over Timpson. Oh, it trickles out. Timpson with the rebound. And another timeout called by Stephanie White. Oh, she calls a reset timeout. So you don't huddle. You just advance the ball to half court. Good high hands there by Janelle Salon in the passing lane there. And then Caitlin Clark dribbles to the right corner, steps back, and then steps right out of bounds. Not even close. Chap says not what Caitlin needs. She's always under a microscope. I mean, with great talent comes great responsibilities. That's what they say, right? I mean, I jazzed that saying up a little bit, but you know what I'm trying to say. You're a mega talented player. Came in with big name. So, oh, good pass. Caitlin, fall away. I think it got deflected. Rebound to Gabby Williams, and she dribbles out of it. Gabby Williams over to Salon. Salon, this should be the game, and she lays it in. 89-84. Caitlin, I think, got blocked on that corner 3 as Mitchell gets downhill and gets blocked by Stokes. but they call a foul. That might have been their 13th block if that didn't get called as a foul. And the crowd in Valhalla is on their feet, high-fiving and all that. I got to make it to a game out there. That environment seems dope, man. So Kelsey Mitchell at the line for 2 free throws here. First one's up and good. 24.8 to go. I'm not sure. I think some substitutions happening here. I think they're going to foul. I mean, yeah, because there's only a 0.8 difference between the shot clock and the game clock, so they're going to have to play the foul game here. Kelsey Mitchell at the line for the second free throw to make it a 3-point game, and she knocks it down. 89-86. That should have been an offensive foul. It's an offensive foul on Veronica Burton. And I think Caitlin Clark is bleeding out her nose, or is that just the color on my TV? Yeah, I think it's just the red reflecting off. They call a foul on Veronica Burton for the offensive foul. That just made things interesting. Oh, so she collided with. She caught she caught Caitlin with an elbow and then pushed Lexi. So Veronica Burton just knocking people over like bowling pins. And I think they're gonna review this. Referee called the offensive foul on the floor here. Caitlin Clark holding her lip. I think she got popped in the mouth there with the elbow. Wow. 89-86. This is a big call here. This could give the Fever a lifeline with 24.8 seconds to go. What you think, Matt? Do you think that was a offensive or a defensive foul? Let me know. Let's see what the referees call here. They're still at the TV looking at it, at the monitor. You think it's a no call? Nah, Quarog, you've been saying OT. I hope not, man. It's over. It's 12:16 a.m. on the East Coast. It's been a long day for me, and I don't know if I could do another 5 minutes. No OT. They still reviewing this play here. Still reviewing this play. The referee's talking to the announcer here, and he's gonna make the call. Let's see what they call. D Money said she flopped. The challenge is unsuccessful, so it's Fever basketball. So Golden State loses a timeout. They can't challenge either. And the referees explained to Natalie Nakase why the call was made. All right, let's see what happens here, people. 89-86, both teams in the bonus. 24.8 seconds to go. Fever basketball. It's Lexi Hulda inbound from the sideline, gets it into Caitlin. Caitlin dribbles right. They send a double at her. She dribbles out of it over to Cunningham. Cunningham goes down the lane, nobody home. It's a 1-point game. Kyla Charleston inbound. They call a reset timeout. Valkyries called a reset. So you take the quick shot here. Stephanie White subs in her defensive crew. So Caitlin drives right. They send the double at her. They leave Cunningham open. Cunningham on the attack goes downhill and lays it in. So they scored quick here. They're going to have to play tight defense if they can't draw a jump ball, they're going to have to foul and play that foul game. Yosite inbound to Gabby Williams easily, and Kelsey Mitchell fouls. So 5 fouls on Kelsey Mitchell. About a second went off the clock there. So Gabby Williams will go to the line. She just missed 2 free throws. So listen, that's not a bad option here. She just missed 2. Let's see if the light's too bright for Gabby Williams here. Free throw is up. Oh, she missed it. There's still a chance here, people. Still a chance. Gabby Williams with the miss. He said Gabby shoots free throws awkwardly. I mean, she's not a natural shooter. She's a more like athletic wing who drives. Second one she knocks down, makes it a 2-point game. Ball in play to Kelsey Mitchell. They don't call timeout. Kelsey on the go here. Kelsey with 10 to go, gets it over to Caitlin, guarded by Gabby. Down to Boston in the post against Stokes. She goes up under reverse spin, throws it up, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. They're on the floor fighting for it. It's a jump ball here between Cunningham and Tyler Charles. Aaliyah Boston, that looked terrible. And Stephanie White is saying foul immediately on this jump ball if we don't get it. Kia Stokes, what a lockdown defense. Good defense by Kyla Charles to come over. Aaliyah Boston has to awkwardly go back to over her right shoulder. A jump ball here between Kyla and Cunningham. Cunningham, and they call a timeout. Wow. With 0.3 to go, Cunningham wins the tips it right to Caitlin, and they call a timeout immediately. They're going to look to see if they're going to add time on this, though. Yep. Domeng, that was their last timeout they just called. So you can at least catch and shoot with 0.3 on the clock. Cunningham wins the tip, goes to Caitlin. So they'll probably put it at like 0.6 or 0.7 on the clock. Yeah, so 0.5 instead of 0.3. So they put it at 0.6. 0.6 on the clock here. That was Indiana's last timeout. OG Smoke, salute. What's going on? Salute. Glad y'all found the channel. Salute to everyone tapped in on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok. We do these pretty often here on the channel, so make sure you're tapped in for the next one. We'll be back on Saturday. All right. So let's see what happens here. It's Fever Basketball, 0.6 to go. It's literally got to be a catch and shot. Sophie Cunningham to inbound. They're running like some football concept here, looking like all like a Hail Mary concept. Cunningham over to Boston. Boston fall away at the buzzer and can't get it to go. And the Valkyries escape with a win here at home. 90-88 is the final score as the streamers fall from the ceiling here. 90-88. I don't know. I don't know if I mean, I guess you went to. I don't know if I would have went to Boston though. Boston hasn't been having the greatest night, especially with the jump shot. But they get it in. Boston, decent look, but she has to turn and fade. That's not really her game. Not really her game at all. But listen, I guess that's the best shot you could get in that situation. Well, it would have been close even if she did make it. It looked like it was still on her fingertips there. But the Valkyries get their first clutch win of the season. 90-88. Yeah, Eddie, I'm about to go to sleep for real, for real. Let me show y'all the box score before we head out of here. I did say the Valkyries would win, right? I did say that, but what do I know? Lucky guess. End of the game. Valkyries outscored the Fever 21-14 in the first. Fever came back, outscored them 30-23 in the second. Fever outscored them 23-21 in the third. And then Golden State outscores them 25-21 in the fourth. Looking at the box score, Mo Billings scored the first 2 points of the game. She only had 2 points the rest of the way. Aaliyah Boston, 13 points on 4 of 11 shooting, misses the game tire. Has finished with 4 fouls as well. Kelsey Mitchell, quiet night for her, 14 points on 5 of 13 shooting, 5 for Lexi Hull. And Caitlin Clark, nasty numbers here, 3 for 12. Did finish with 16 points, knocked down all 8 of her free throws, 6 assists, 5 turnovers, had some big turnovers late in this game, back-to-back ones at that, which made it tough for the Fever there. Off the bench, they had some good production. 16 for Raven Johnson on 7 of 10 shooting, 11 for Sophie, 7 for Timpson, 2 for Hines Allen. Golden State Valkyries, Kayla Thornton, not her best night. 18 minutes, no points, 3 rebounds. Gabby Williams with 19, missed some big free throws down the stretch, but it didn't matter. 4 for Stokes with 4 blocks. Good defense on that last play. Kyla Charles with 7. And Veronica Burton, 25 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 5 blocks. She's 5'9" and had 5 blocks. Crazy. Xander Lassini with 8. Ami here with 3. She could have got the what's the award show for the actors, the Emmys, the Oscar. She could have got a couple Oscars tonight with the way she was selling those offensive fouls. 19 for Janelle Salon, 7 rebounds. You stay with 3 and Chen with 2. All right, y'all. I'm tired. But a big win there by the Valkyries. Fever had their options, their chances, but couldn't get over the hump there. I'll be back on Saturday for some more WNBA action. Make sure you join the Discord. I'll be putting the Liberty and Phoenix game in there on Ion. I'll probably put a couple more games on there. I usually put 2 games on there when there's multiple games going on. So make sure you're tapped into the Discord. Link is in the description, and I can share it for some people who haven't got it. If I could find it in time. But I'm tired. I'm falling asleep. Salute to all the gifts, the hypes, the super chats, super stickers, the subs. I'll be back on Saturday. Appreciate y'all. I'll catch y'all in the next one. It's Jay Jordan. Salute.